Hello, ladies and gentlebeards. Welcome to this edition of Carl's Bearded Banter. I'm going to be doing an interview today with a new friend of mine. He's a member over on my Bearded Banter Facebook group. Come and join us if you're not already a member. But today we are joined by the one and only Jason Morris of Beard Manners fame. So let's bring him into the tower, shall we? And here he is, the man himself, Jason Morris. Welcome to Banter Towers, buddy. I hope the guards let you in. You didn't have any trouble. I'd just like to say welcome to Banter Towers.
Thank you for having me, mate. It's a pleasure to be here. And the guards were nothing but nice and joyful towards me, mate. They were a pleasure.
I think they did hear you had some whiskey with you, so that probably kept them on your side. I'll give a toast to you and say all the best to Beard Manners in the new year. We're in there now, but cheers to you anyway.
And yourself, mate. And yourself. Cheers, buddy. And everyone else.
And everyone watching, yes. Welcome all the ladies and gentlebeards out there. So Jay, you're a banter buddy now in Banter Towers. We're so happy to see you there. So I just wanted to know if you want to give us a bit of background with yourself, and then about Beard Manners and maybe the beginnings of that for us, please, buddy.
Yeah, of course, Carl. So I've had a beard for a while, as you can probably see by my beard. I think I've had a beard for around about 8 years now. I don't know if anyone follows me anywhere, but you can see there's an About Me section on our website, which I go on to say growing a beard, I think it was really life-changing for me. I know that can sound a bit much, but it really genuinely was. It helped me to reinvent myself. I started to find a style that I liked. I found a new confidence that I had previously lost.
Fantastic.
I got myself into tattoos and everything else, and most importantly is I started to meet a lot of nice people. It's almost that a classic Mini Driver thing where they all flash each other and beep when they drive past. And my wife used to say this because I've had a beard for a while. We'd go to a holiday somewhere and it's like the bearded guys nod and say hello at each other.
Yeah, that's right.
And just one thing led to the other, really. So I'm very passionate about my beard itself, and again the community. And about myself, I'm a fun-loving guy. I try to be very positive. I like my exercise. Anyone who talks to me knows that I'm quite chatty and try to help as much as I can and just be out there, really. Other than that, I'm a family man. I know you yourself, Carl, have asked me about some of my tattoos. They're literally all family related or of my children. I do actually own another business which is named after my kids. And other than that, I like whiskey, I like cigars, and again, I just like to have fun and be social and let my hair down. That's probably as simple as it gets about me, mate.
Let your hair down and enjoy life. Sounds great, mate. I think a lot of people that don't have beards may be surprised to say that it kind of changed your life, because it's just a bit of fur on your chin. How does it change your life? But I agree with you. There's more to it, and like you say, there's the extension of that, the world around it, the people that you meet. Like you say, you see someone with a beard, you give them a little cheek and sort of thing, on the streets, and it does make you seems to be part of something bigger, part of something strong and something warm as well. Do you know what I mean? It touches the heart, I think. I meet people like yourself, different companies. You'll come on and we'll have a chat. We'll go to these meets, beard competitions. It's such a wonderful world. That's why I really like it, and that's why I did my show. I want to give you a bit back and let people know, what it's all about, really. It's more than just having a beard. I don't know if you want to show some of the tattoos, mate. Because I did mention, I saw in a photograph, and you got one there where you're carrying your little baby on it, and in a carry cot thing on your arm.
That's it. Yeah, I'm covered. This is the one of me carrying my daughter out of hospital.
Yes.
I've got my bands here, which are the names of my children.
Right.
I've got loads. I've got my kids playing a piano in our old playroom, our wedding venue.
Fantastic.
This is my kids and myself in my father-in-law's garden in Alabama.
Right.
That's his garden swing in my armpit. Sorry if I can get the camera right there.
Yes.
I like trees. There's loads of trees. There's one of my daughter on the beach. There's one of a cigar. I did say I like cigars. There's a cigar and a whiskey on there. This one's of my two eldest daughters drawing together. I've got a stag and 3 deer around this side. I've got a letter to a daughter that we sadly lost, which is written in Norse on my chest.
Yeah.
I've got one of my kids there on a swing.
Yes. Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm covered, mate. I'm absolutely covered. I've got loads of them.
But I mean, they are so close. I mean, I've got tattoos, but it's Viking stuff, blah blah blah. Yeah, fair enough. But yours are really, really personal and really, really, meaningful to you. Yeah, it's some beautiful tattoos there. I've got to congratulate you on that. It looks
Yeah, I mean,
fantastic.
I like to think of myself as a hard-working guy, and I like to try and keep motivated. And that's what a lot of this is. I surround myself in things. I like when I'm in the gym, for example. If I'm having a day where the weights feel a bit heavier than others and things aren't going right, I want to be able to look in that mirror, look down, and I'm surrounded by reasons as to why I need to push on. And
Yes.
I owning a couple of businesses, it's the same thing. If you're having those dark, dreary days and you're wondering why you're all doing it, I've just got to look at my arms and my legs, and I know exactly why I'm doing it.
Where are you from now? Is this just your garage or just your workroom for Banter Towers?
But yeah, so this is my office, which, no surprise, the walls are tattoo grey. You've got my whiskey shelf there, and there's some cigars and things higher up. So I've surrounded myself with things I like. So again, with the tattoo theme, I like to surround myself with stuff that is important and that I like, so that I can be at my best. And
Good, yeah, keep your positive vibes going.
yeah, it's where I make the magic happen. So I've got to be happy while I'm in here.
I was thinking, I'd love to come and join you in that area. Let's call it a man cave as well, because all them whiskies behind you. But I also noticed if I get a little bit out of line, you've got that axe to bring me back in line as well, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. I've got a few axes spread around. There's a photo that a lot of people have probably seen of me in my garage with an axe. I cast it as that's the one. I think you might have seen it. It's the one where I say this is how bearded dads greet their daughters' boyfriends.
Yeah.
Me and the best after workout with a big axe over my shoulder. And yeah, that one was a gift of a very good friend of mine. That's actually got it's been engraved with beard manners on it.
Oh wow, excellent. That's fantastic.
Yes, that's nice. It's a nice decor, that one. And yeah, so like I say, it is a bit of a man cave. I need a bigger man cave now, but set a New Year's resolution that this year I'm going to focus more on beard manners and maybe less on the other business, just because I think this one's going a direction that can't be ignored. And again, the main thing is, if I'm honest, mate, is I thoroughly enjoy this. I love being a part of the community. I love that I'm getting messages in the evening. Again, a lot of people know. I had a gentleman message me last night asking if I could describe some of my scents to him. It was about 11:15 at night, I think it was, and I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to chat and and do these things. So I do enjoy this. And last year, for example, we didn't get to go, or I didn't get to go to any of the events because my wife was pregnant. Okay. We had a baby in November, so when beard on and things were going on, that was literally like the week that my partner was due. So I sadly couldn't go to that stuff. But yeah, again, another New Year's resolution is this year. I want to get to everything this year. I want to be a bigger part of the community than I already am. I want to get to these shows, get to meet people.
Yeah.
Get to meet people like yourself face to face, and Docs and Bearded Brit and all these guys, and really throw myself in there this year.
Beard manners. We've got your logo down here, obvious with the logo. But what's with the name?
Well, I'm an honest guy. You will always get complete honesty from me. Firstly, is I started this when it was absolutely saturated, and every single name that I thought of was gone. And if it wasn't gone on Google, it was gone on Instagram, and if it wasn't gone on Instagram, it was gone somewhere else. So yeah. It took weeks to figure out the name. It was all about the manners and the etiquette of the beard, how you look after it, and just when that thought came into my head, that's when I thought, hang on, well, beard manners. It's almost about that politeness, that having the manners, and that about you to keep your beard in shape and look after yourself. And look after yourself. And it came from there. And it's one of those, just the minute I said it, I looked at my wife and said, what about beard manners? And straight away, she was the same. She was like, I really like that.
Yeah.
And it just went from there, really. And, we found the logo and kept it short and sweet and simple. Because, again, we weren't going with a particular theme. It was just wanting it to be appealable to everyone.
Yeah, and I think it also gives a nice sort of how people may look at you, beard man. It's not like kill the world or something. Do you know what I mean? It's not an aggressive name. It's a nice, kind name. It's for a nice, kind person, as you are. You're in my group, so you must be. Lord Banter let you into the tower, so you've got to be a nice guy.
Exactly. I did get very heavily interrogated, so I know only the best can get in, mate.
Exactly.
It's an honour. It's an absolute honour.
Where can we find you? And where can we find Beard Manners? I assume you're on Facebook, Insta, website.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I mean, I'm reasonably okay with media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, our website. So yeah, pretty much anywhere. You've got beard_manners is the Instagram, because even Beard Manners itself was gone, because literally everything was gone.
Every sort of phrase has gone in a world. I reckon,
everything to do with beard is gone. So so it's beard_manners is our Instagram. Then Facebook is just Beard Manners, and our website is www.beardmanners.com. But yeah, so you can find us anywhere, and even just myself. On my personal profile, it's a bit more about fitness and things like that. But again, I'm an open book. I'm happy for people to follow me on there. I always follow back, and that's at Jason Beard Manners on Instagram.
Well, why don't you tell us how many oils have you got on the scents? If off the top of your head, do you know?
I've got a reasonable amount. So we've got 17 scents, not including. Yeah, 17, not including unscented. All of those are in oil. They're all in the balm. The only one that's not in a butter is sandalwood, but that's because we've got coconut and sandalwood as well. It's already in there. We're on the verge, funny enough, of beard shampoo. I sent some testers out. Yep, so that should hopefully be coming soon. I'm just waiting for 2 more of our testers to give their feedback, and then I'll start pushing it from there.
Let's talk about the oils then. The base is, I assume the base oils is the same for all of them. So if you want to tell us what the base oils are, mate, at least we know that.
We've got 6 base oils, which are argan, avocado, almond sweet, castor, grapeseed, and jojoba oil. Sorry.
Right.
So the reason I went with that is I wanted to have 2 thick, 2 medium, and 2 thin scents, so that when blended together the right way, you get a nice sort of medium to heavy oil. Not too heavy, not too thin.
A sort of a balance between a lot of it.
Yeah, that base mix is in all of our products. That's in the oils, the balms, and the butters.
And how much are the oils cost? They are, is it 30ml bottles?
Yes, 30ml bottle. They're $13.99. And the other thing you get with us guys is every beard product order, so not with merchandise and also not with our subscription. We've got a monthly subscription service, but every beard product comes with a free 5ml sample oil, where you can either reach me personally or you can leave a note in the order in the comments, and we will send the scent that you want to try. So I've tried to keep my scents reasonably simple, but there's some that are different. So it's a good example. If you know you like cherry, you could go for our cherry and spice, which is cherry and cinnamon. I'd always say people be careful with cinnamon, because cinnamon's one that can have allergens in. We use cinnamon leaf, which is of course past CPSRs, but it can be harsh if your skin is not used to things. But yes, you've got cherry and cinnamon. If that's your fail-safe, use that. And then if you like the sound, for example, of one of my favourites, the Manners Bar, which is a very different mix, you don't have to go out and pay £13 or $13.99 or $16.99 to try something you might not like. Go with a fail-safe, take a gamble on the free sample. It's cost you nothing to try a different scent.
I've got the raspberry ripple.
Yes.
That's that now, it's getting focused. I will say, I do like the smell of this. You can tell do you know what it reminds me of? The smell of it. You say raspberry ripple, but I get a kind of, rock candy, like Blackpool rock. That kind of smell, toffee shop smell. But I mean, I do like my sweet scent, so you've kind of hit the nail on the head for me there. And the oil itself, it may be because there's 6 different types, and it sounds weird, but I do like the feel of it. You can tell it's got I don't really want to say sticky texture, because that might sound wrong. It might sound not pleasant, but it's one that you feel is going to get in there and maybe grip the hair. But obviously, I mean, you want it on the skin, but
Yeah.
it don't know. It's just got this nice feel to it as an oil. That it's one that's going to
I
have
get
its
what you
positive
mean.
effects on the beard.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm obviously a bit biased. Of course, I am. But no, I think you're right. It doesn't feel oily,
Yeah,
which is it's oil, so it is oily. But do you know what I mean? It's like, for example, I'll put it into my skin. I always rub it into my skin. I'm a big fan of Pippets for that reason. I try and get it in my skin, rub it in, and then I'll just rub it into my arms. It's good for
always good
tattoos.
on the old tattoos as well. Yeah,
Exactly, guys. We like to prune ourselves, us modern men. So I rub the excess into my skin. But yeah, you're right. It rubs off. I never need to use a towel afterwards or anything like that. It sort of just rubs in quite well and soaks in and does the job really.
that's what I mean. It's obvious you do merch because you've got the cap on here. I assume you sell caps and t-shirts, as it were.
I've got to be honest. I didn't think we'd sell out of the merch as quick as we did. So yeah, we've got no caps and no hats, but they are going to come back very
They'll
soon.
come back.
But yeah, so I need to get them out quick. It's just I'm putting all my effort into this shampoo right now.
Yeah, of course.
And we've got a beard wax due out, tash wax, sorry, is due out as well. It's past the CPSR. It's just a case of me getting the time to get the labels in, get it in the tins, and get it out. So yeah, we've got a lot going on this year.
And I bought the oil. You sent me a butter. Thank you. And I want to tell people that because, I don't want people thinking, oh, he got that free and he never mentioned it. So Jason's got it in his pocket. I'll give an honest opinion of it. And I will say, what's it called?
I can't remember which one I gave you. Is it Tynes Gold?
Tynes Gold it is, yeah. Which, as you were saying a minute ago, it doesn't really give you any idea of what the scent is. It's a butter. Before we go into the scent and all that, what's the extra ingredients in the butter? Then I'm assuming there's shea butter in there, is it?
Yeah. So again, it's the same base oils. I've chosen to not put beeswax in my butters because, I base a lot of it on personal preference. I put a lot of research into the mixes, but I want our butters to be thick and really soak in. There's a big thing with the difference between poured butters and whipped butters. It's a personal preference. You like what you like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I didn't want to take any goodness away from it. I wanted it to soak into the beard and act like it should do as a leave-in conditioner. So it's got the same 6 carrot oils that all of our bases have. It's then got shea butter, avocado butter, and mango butter. So you've got a total of 9 ingredients in there, not including scents.
It's a lot, mate. Like I say, for a fairly new company, you went in for it big time, didn't you? You just didn't put one or two carrier oils in there, and whatever else. You went for it, and you've gone for the big range. Like I say, you've got the moustache wax coming out now. So you took a lot on, really. Did you realise? I mean, was it sort of too much? Do you now wish you'd kind of gone at more of a steady pace, or are you happy you just went for it all at once? Yeah. That's a lot to get the cosmetic safety product reports for all in one go. Do you know what I mean?
So funny enough, I was talking to a group of guys the other day, and it doesn't matter who it was, but someone was saying about the prices of them, and to have that many CPSRs out with that many scents. I've got other CPSRs I've not released yet. I'm very proactive, but I think it's because of my background. My attitude was that I'd done my research. Before I started Beard Manners, it was a toss-up between that and another business, and I followed my heart and went with Beard Manners and the beard products. But I also knew, because I'm quite deep into the community, I knew it was saturated. So I kind of set a target of what I felt we had to hit in turnover in our first year for me to even warrant carrying on. The amount of sales we wanted to make and everything else. Yeah. So I made a conscious effort to think, I might be new, but I need to run and jump in the middle of you boys. You need to know I'm here. And if I can't do that, we're gonna just get pushed out.
And it's not an easy business. It's kind of cutthroat. You've got to be ready to put the effort in and the quality, because you might sell 1 or 2, but once people, especially with the old beards, mate, what's going in their beards, if they realise it's not good quality, you got no chance.
I think you're bang to right, mate. It's obviously difficult in the UK because we've got very different CPSR laws to America. I'm not going to dig what they've got in America, but from my research, I kind of have always stuck. I used to use American brands, and I think their scents are fantastic. They can use some really fancy mixes, and some of their stuff is really, really good. But not being in the States, it's hard to relate. You're kind of taking a punt on everything you buy. But what I like about the UK is that I actually like that we can't have as much scent, because it means you've got a better product. You know, them saying you can't put more than 3 to 5% of this in there because it could cause damage.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where for me I was very conscious of. You know, I wanted to do nice scents. I don't want my scents to be lazy. You know, I want some to be simple. I want some to be more complex. But it was just more about what was good for the beard opposed to what was good for my nose. I mean, I wear aftershave, for example. So, you know, I don't want my beard to always smell like an aftershave. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But for me, it was more about the quality and, you know. But you're right. It's not just about throwing money at it. It's not just. It's difficult. It is really hard to get into. I've had a lot of people have said to me, "How much did it cost? How did you go about it?" It's. I was lucky enough that my other business allowed me to put a lot of hours in, and still does allow me to put a lot of hours into this.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. It's this just you don't sleep.
Yeah, true. You can tell you switched on with kind of e-commerce type stuff. You know what you're talking about, and you must be. You're a bit of an entrepreneur. It sounds like, you know, you like to
know about that. But
so let's go back to this one. You kind of reminded me of this Tyrant's Gold one. Now it's when you said aftershave scent. Now this, I'm not saying it's an aftershave scent, but I'll tell you what. Don't tell me yet, mate. I don't, because I don't know what's in it. I've not looked. I mean, I can't. My eyesight's that bad. I've not got my reading glasses on. I can't read. I can't read that. And it's, you know, it's not small writing. That should be easy to read. For me, I wouldn't say this is an aftershave one as such, but it could work as it. There's a kind of a woodiness to it. I'm going to start talking about, you know, the smell of the bird singing in the trees and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. But I call it a nighttime scent. You know, aftershave, it's when you're going out to the pub, you splash a bit of aftershave or one. And I say this would work, but this is it's more refined than that. This is like maybe a business scent, a businessman scent. That would go for that sort of situation. So it's not, you know, it's not smelling of whiskey and smoked wood or, you know, sweet. I mean, like one of my favourites, you know, well, as I like of yours, the Raspberry Ripple one, which is a great scent, but it may not be one when you're trying to be all professionalised and, you know, sell something to the big wigs or whatever. But this has got that scent which it's got a bit of refinedness to it, a bit of professionalness. Is that a word? Professionalism about it.
I know what you mean.
So what is it? What's in this one?
So, I mean, firstly, yeah, you're right. I find that incredibly hard to explain. You know, I'm a good talker, as you can all tell. I don't shut up, but you know, I don't know how to explain that one. It's just one that I kind of tried a few things. I absolutely loved it. That's named after my daughter, who the letter's about, by the way. So it's a very important one to me. It's my favourite overall scent. But yeah, I say it's an aftershave one, but you're right. It's kind of not. I just don't know how else to explain it because it's really difficult.
It's like vanilla ice creamy.
Yeah, so there, right. Well, that good knowledge. For a start, there is vanilla.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So it's oud.
I'm not knowledgeable. I just like ice cream. That's what I got. Oh, it's oud in there. Is that what it is? Yeah. That's the. I would say that's the overall scent with the others are coming through as well, and that's what I couldn't place.
Yeah. So you know, this is nice. The other thing. When you go to the CPSRs, you tell them what you want to put in. Or with the company I use, they'll tell you how many drops you can put in. Mm-hmm. With this, so I have put a few more. I won't again put my figures out for obvious reasons, but a bit more oud in than anything else, only a bit more. And then you've got sandalwood alongside it and vanilla. So you mentioned woody.
Yes.
So you've got with sandalwood, as you probably know yourself, Cole. It's not like pine. It's not a strong outdoors type scent. But it's that nice warm wood. And then you've got the sweetness of the vanilla. And then you've got that mix of the oud in there, which I suppose I would say it's almost like it's a warm, creamy. You'd be happy wearing that. That's something serious. It smells good, almost like you say professional. Whereas you are right. I mean, one of my favourite mixes, ironically, is raspberry ripple and banana colada together, like a raspberry ripple oil,
Yeah,
banana colada butter.
butter.
It smells exactly like the fruit salad sweets you used to get in the pink and yellow wrappers.
Oh yeah, I love them. The
Yes, so you mix them
half
two
piece
together.
sweets, which are now 2 for the penny. The fruit salad
Yeah,
and blackbacks. Yeah.
We're showing our age now, mate.
I know.
You can buy sweets for a penny. But yeah, so they're to me the sort of things I wear in the garden with the kids, and when I'm wanting to just have fun and enjoy a scent. But yeah, no. So yeah, I think it's a good description of that scent. I very much enjoy that one.
And these are 60ml bottles. So how much will butter cost me?
So like you say, they're 60 ml, the same as our balms are 60 ml, and they're both $16.99 each.
$16.99. $16.99, and was it $13.99 for the oil?
That's it, mate. Yeah.
But you have got a deal on, and I'll stick the link. I'll stick the information of the deal on underneath this in the info bit. So
Thank you, mate.
check it out, peeps, and give it a go. Right, Jay. So before we pack up, I do this with most people. I might as well do it with you. You've come to me. We've had a few whiskies, but you've picked up your axe behind you because, you know what I mean, we've had a little fallout, and you've come running at me. So what I've done, I've hit the lever, and you've gone straight into the Banter Towers dungeon. So, and don't worry, I'm not going to keep you there, only till I sober up, let's say. But while you're in that dungeon, you can only have one product, be it an oil, butter, balm, wax. That's entirely up to you. So what product are you going to take, and what scent would it be?
That's incredibly easy for me. The one product, if we could only have one, for me would be butter, because it's fantastic for the beard. You know, you can get it to the skin, but it also gives a bit of hold if need be. Definitely butters for me. Scent wise, it would be Tyne's Gold as well. That's my favourite scent, means a lot to me. That's the one I wear the most. And yeah, Tyne's Gold in butter. I'd be more than happy in that cave.
I agree with you on the butters, mate. Butters would be the one for me as well. I agree with that. And I do like a bit of Tyne's Gold, so you know, I could be dumping in that dungeon, so to force you to give me all your Tyne's Gold butter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, come and join me, mate.
Yeah.
So whiskey in there as well.
Oh well, definitely. Well, maybe I'll keep you out of the dungeon. I'll put you in one of the rooms. We've got loads of rooms here at Banter Towers. We can put you up in one of them, I'm sure.
Sounds terrible, mate. I'll learn what I've done wrong there.
Yeah. Other thing, what's your most yours is favourites, obviously Tyne, but what would you say is your most popular seller in product? The oils, is it butters, is it balms, and what scent would you say is the most popular?
Again, it probably is the butters, to be honest. Very close with butters and oils. I always thought it would be oils, just because that's what most people go for, and butters, as we all know, are relatively new. But surprisingly, yeah, the butters we sell a lot. You know, I think we done an order last night. There was 9 butters, just 9 butters. Now the selling of that, oh god, that's because Tyne's Gold is our overall probably best-selling scent. In butters, I think it's very, very close, in all honesty, between Tyne's Gold in the butters. This is caramel coffee, and one that I've not mentioned, but this does really well in the butters. But this is also a very big favourite of mine. I love this. Is the rum old fashioned.
Rum old fashioned.
Yeah, that was I always classed that as my first sort of signature scent, and every time I forget about it, I'll pick it up or see it, and I'm like, oh god, yeah, I love that. So yeah, that sells really well in the butters. That's a phenomenal scent. I love that.
What's the scent on that one? Obviously, there's a rum scent to it, but
yeah, so it's sort of slightly spiced rum. It's a reasonably simple one, but it's spiced rum and orange, sweet orange. It smells. If you like the cocktail, a lot of people know this because there's a whiskey old fashioned, which is probably my favourite cocktail. But the rum old fashioned is the same, but with rum instead of whiskey, and it smells exactly like the cocktail. Listen,
Jason, it was fantastic to have you here. Like I say, we've got a discount code. Well, Jason's going to give me a discount code, and we'll stick it in the comments down there. So go to his website, Facebook tube, whatever. Facebook tube, yeah, you know all of them. You know what they are. Check them all out and give the products a go. And don't forget, you can get yourself a little sample as well. So that's a nice little tip for you there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Jason, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you all soon. Toodles.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, everyone.